Hey, welcome to the Rig and Farm YouTube channel. I'm up at the property today. Our shipping container was scheduled for delivery, but as you can probably tell from my raincoat, if nothing else, it's raining today. I got a call from the driver on the way up here saying, "Hey, it's raining. Tell me about this area you're going to be having your shipping container delivered. Am I going to be driving through any mud? Because if so, I'm probably going to get stuck. And when that happens, you're responsible for getting me towed out, and that will cost you several $100s." With that said, we're going to reschedule, and the forecast is calling for lots of rain over the next few weeks. I don't know how much it's going to be delayed, but it'll be a good test of our patience. We're over an hour drive from our house to the property, and I was about 20 minutes away when I got that call. Pretty disappointing to find out that I was coming out here for nothing. But there was some good news. I did get a call from the power company guy yesterday saying he could meet me up here about the same time I was planning on being here anyway. He was already here when I pulled in, and we were able to get talking about what needed to be done. He was telling me about some of the neighbors and their plans for getting power put in. Apparently we're gonna be saving them a bunch of money because we're paying for the power from the pole all the way to the front of our property, and then they'll be able to tap in and go to their properties and so on and so forth. Since we're paying for the front of it, they're gonna be saving a lot of money to get their power. The bad news is that he told me approximately how much it's gonna cost. We're gonna get about 1,600 feet of wire run. That will cost us approximately $11,000. When we first met with the power company, they said it would be about 800 to 1,000 feet of wire from the pole to the front of the property, plus however much need to be run to the house. The house is actually gonna be further back than we originally thought, because after having all the trees cleared out and we had a better lay of the land, we wanted it where it's going now. Originally, it was gonna go about where that tractor is right there. That's at least another 100 feet away. That's how it went from about 800 to 1,600 feet of wire, and that equals about $11,000. In comparison to our neighbors, it's not so bad because the guy across the street, he's gonna need 2,500 feet of wire. The people further down are about another 3,500 feet. I guess that's good for us. Something else that's really exciting is with all of the rain we're getting, I'm getting to see how not so great the drainage is. We're definitely gonna need a lot more gravel put in order to have a decent driveway that doesn't get completely flooded and torn up every single time it rains. I'm gonna walk up to the front of the property now by the gate and show you exactly how bad it is. This is what the entrance of the property looks like right now. I'll go ahead and get you a closer look at the driveway. Look at that. There have been a lot of trucks driving on our property. The gravel's been put up for several weeks now, and we exclusively drive on that. There are a lot of ruts that are not caused from us. Might as well put a little pond up here. It's a perfect spot for it. Look how bad that is. This looks just awful. So that's what I pulled up to this morning. At this point, I'm not entirely sure what to do. My instincts tell me that while the stump bucket's attached to the tractor, I should go ahead and start digging some ditches on either side of the driveway to allow for drainage so this doesn't happen again. On the flip side, the construction guys need to put out some more gravel anyway. As we get more gravel put down, it'll be stacked higher and we'll be able to get a crown on it so it'll be a little bit level on top and then kind of curves off to the sides to allow the water to drain off of it. Either way, the water has to go somewhere. We do have the creek down just past the driveway, so any water that drains can easily go down there where nature intended. Same thing with the top of the property. We'll be able to dig some ditches or get some kind of drainage going so that all of the water up at the top can flow down into that creek. That way, when we have a lot of rain, like we're getting these next few weeks, the water will have somewhere to go. It'd be a lot better for us to have control where that water goes instead of leaving it up to chance. The last time I was at the property and made a video with the drone, I crashed into a tree. If you haven't seen that video already, you can see the damage it was done to it. And I super glued it. You might not even be able to tell from this angle. The super glue is cured for a couple days now. I'm hoping that it's strong enough to take off and get us some good footage. Let's find out. My butt is about to get really wet. It held up. It looks like the super glue did its job. I'm glad I was able to get it up in the air and fly it around. It didn't seem to have any issues. It seemed pretty stable. A couple dollars for super glue was way cheaper than a brand new drone, that's for sure. We have a lot of stumps in this area. I guess we'll start with that guy right there. I'm about 20 minutes in, and I've gotten some of the roots cut up and freed. The process for digging out a stump with a stump bucket is to dig the dirt around the stump and kind of free it up, cut through the roots. And once you've dug deep enough around the entire stump and you've cut a bunch of the roots free, you could pop it right out of the hole. Let's see how much longer it takes to get this one out. Ooh, that was a good one. It's getting pretty muddy and I'm having a hard time getting traction in the ground. I'm trying to free up all of the dirt that's holding the roots down in order to pop it out. I've been working on it for over an hour now, and I still have a lot of work to do. This stump is being a pain. Progress is progress. This is a control for the front end loader. When you pull back on it, it lifts up the loader. Push forward, it lowers it. When you put it to the right, it makes it go down. Pull it inside, it makes it go up. In the process, I dragged a couple of these big branches over here, so I'll have to get off the tractor and move those out of the way and continue digging, tearing up all these roots that are holding the stump in place. It'd be pretty cool if you could have the grapple and the stump I could attach at the same time, so I could move all of this stuff out of the way with a machine. Look at that root right there that we've cut up a bit. Got that big one right there that we need to tear into. Looks like this stump has a lot more roots underneath it than the last one. Let's go take a look at that one. Here it is. This is the other side of the stump that I pulled out on a previous video. Making more progress. I've gotten the stump to budge a little bit, but I still need to dig around that root system to free it and get it all the way out. It's getting there. This sucker is buried deep. I've been working on this thing for almost 2 hours now, and the roots are buried really deep. I would probably be done already if it wasn't so wet here. It's raining. It's really muddy. My tires don't have really great traction in the mud because it's so wet, so I don't have as much power to push and lift. I'm gonna give this a break for the day and head back to the house soon. Although the day did start out disappointing, I was still able to be productive. Met with the power guy and realized we're gonna be spending a lot more money than we originally anticipated. I guess that's one of the hidden costs of building your own home on raw agricultural property. I was able to spend quite a bit of time on the tractor. It was really muddy, so I wasn't able to be quite as efficient as if the ground had been dry, but I was still able to accomplish something. Put a couple hours into working on that one stump. The last one took about 45 minutes. It was much smaller and the roots weren't as deep. I do feel like my technique has improved, and it'll just get easier as I do more and more stumps. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up, and comment below if you have any questions or have anything you'd like to share with us. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and hit the notification bell so you can get updates whenever we post a new video. We'll see you next time. Bye.